HMS Gloucester is Britain's contribution to a seven-nation NATO force patrolling the Adriatic to monitor a UN naval embargo against Serbia. Hours before the destroyer left the Greek island of Corfu heading north, new UN orders have given the fleet teeth. If necessary, shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Suspect merchantmen, believed to be smuggling arms to Serbia or Montenegro, must be stopped, boarded and searched. No merchant vessels likely to argue with Sea Dart missiles, a radar-controlled 4.5-inch gun and airborne armament.
The moment they get airborne from here, they'll give you an update to ECA that airborne.
Air-to-service missiles from the ship's Lynx helicopter disabled 3 Iraqi patrol boats last year during the Gulf War. It's unlikely the crew will need more than sidearms to encourage cooperation. But whatever it takes, the captain is confident.
We have a variety of measures at my disposal to ensure that we can conduct the operation as I've been tasked. I don't wish to go into any details to just...
When you were monitoring the movements, were ship's captains cooperating?
Yes, very cooperative indeed. And I should perhaps make the point that it was all done on a very friendly basis.
Just as well, since avoiding detection will be virtually impossible. The operations room, the nerve centre of the ship, with its sophisticated radars and sonar, can pinpoint targets more than 100 miles away. The same ops room detected an inbound Iraqi missile during the Gulf War, travelling at twice the speed of sound and targeted at the American fleet. The simultaneous launch of 2 of the ship's radar-guided Sea Darts ended that threat and earned HMS Gloucester a hot reputation in the States. Running away from interrogation won't be possible either. The Type 42 destroyer is powered by 4 Rolls-Royce gas turbines.
At the moment, the destroyer is doing about 28 knots. It'll go a lot faster than that, but I'm not allowed to tell you just how much faster. 28 knots is about 33 miles an hour. If we were moving through an English town, we'd be breaking the speed limit. The sea's calm, there is no wind. What's happening to me is purely the slipstream of the ship.
Stop and search patrols off the coast of former Yugoslavia have been ordered by the UN to try and prevent a full-scale Balkan war, dragging in a newly democratic Albania, HMS Gloucester's next stop. On board is a British diplomat, there to reassure the Albanians, but clearly concerned about the risks.
There is a risk of Albania being drawn in because there is a large Albanian population in Serbia, in Kosovo in Serbia. And it's very much an important part of British diplomacy to ensure that the dreadful war in Bosnia-Herzegovina doesn't spread to Kosovo. And that's what we're trying, that's our prime task in this country. The prime aim of British diplomacy here is to avoid that.
It's 54 years since a British warship visited Albania, and diplomatic relations ended altogether in 1946 when Albanian mines blew up 2 British warships. The approach to the Albanian port of Durres is still designated a minefield.
We actually have to pick and choose where we go quite delicately.
It's not a question of going in blind. You do know what's underneath us and what's ahead of us.
Oh yeah, we know as best we possibly can. If we don't know it, which is shown on the chart, then we make a couple of telephone calls prior to our arrival to get all the information.
Approaching the coast, 2 patrol boats, gifts from the Chinese to Albania's former communist regime, take up escort stations. 2 years ago, they would have seen Gloucester's approach as hostile action. For Gloucester's crew, Albania is a very long way from home, culturally and politically, if not geographically. It's a country very few outsiders have ever seen.
I'm not quite sure what to expect. Obviously, it's pretty grim out there, but I just want to see it for myself, see what things are really like.
What do you expect to find when you get there?
I'm not too sure, but something along the lines of pictures we got from Romania.
I'll put down one of the tours to go to see what life's like there.
What are you expecting?
I've been to a few countries like Somalia and that, but stand by for anything really.
On a hillside above Durres, the Albanians fire their version of a 21-gun salute. Sticks of dynamite stuck in the ground and lit by a match because they have no saluting cannon. They have no brass band either, so the official quayside welcome is muted and restrained. Curious dock workers lined the quay, too cautious or too shy to wave. From HMS Gloucester, men of one of the best paid navies in the world looked ashore at sailors from one of the poorest. The ship's company was about to go ashore, taking a giant step backwards in time.